Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of my channel. Today we are going to be talking about how to handle your passenger when you're driving Uber. So, this is not a very commonly talked about topic, but I think this is one of those topics that could be really tailored to someone who's a new driver or someone who's still not very comfortable when driving passengers. So I think my points here would address some of those concerns for those of you who are either new or who are still trying to get comfortable with having people in your car. Now, before we begin today, if you guys have not yet already, please subscribe to my channel and you guys will receive more content on how to become a smarter rideshare driver. And if you guys are planning to drive for Uber, you guys can use my referral link below, and you guys will get a bonus or guarantee. So don't miss out on that. So let's begin. I have came up with the top 3 reasons or top 3 ways how to handle your passenger. I know that this was it was one of those things that I've always had a weird feeling about before I started driving for Uber. So I didn't know how it was going to feel with people in your car, just getting in and out of your car, and you constantly have 10 people, 10, 15, I don't know how many hours you're planning to drive, but you're going to have quite a bit of people getting in and out of your car, so you really have to get comfortable with dealing with people. So, when I first started, it took me about 3 months to really get a feel of how to handle people. Because when I first started, I was just super nice. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, you don't really know exactly how everything works yet. But once you do, you would probably be able to pinpoint it to just these 3 points. So let's begin. Now, how to handle your riders. I think the first point that is the most important is really just to be polite. Okay? This doesn't mean that you're overly polite, but you're just polite enough. So, for example, whenever you have a passenger who gets in your car, just greet them, ask them if everything is okay before the ride starts. I think that makes a huge difference. For my end, whenever someone gets in my car, I would always ask them if everything was alright, if the temperature and everything is okay, temperature, music, because that could really make a difference on their ride, especially if they're going to be in your car for quite a while, which are usually my rides, because I usually take them to a pretty long ride, like a 30-mile ride. So in LA, that's going to translate to about an hour. So they're going to be with me for a good hour. I'm going to make sure that everything in there is okay with them. And, you can do it by just asking that one simple question when they start your ride. And that's going to make a pretty big difference when you're just polite. Second point is you just feel the vibe. Because, there's going to be passengers who are talkative, who wants to talk to you. There's going to be passengers who don't want to be talked to. And you can usually feel the vibe by, just asking them. Well, when you ask them this question, you usually get a vibe. How is your day going? Is everything okay? Is the temperature and music okay? And then how's your day going? If they start talking to you, they probably want to be talked to. If they just give you a very short answer, not very enthusiastic about starting a conversation, then you kind of get a vibe that they don't really want to be talked to. And in that case, just drive along and, really just get them to their destination. I think I had my fair share of people who want to talk and people who don't want to talk. I would probably say it's about half and half for people who do want to talk and who don't want to talk. If you guys experience anything else, please leave it in tell me about your experience in the video description below. I would love to know, how you guys have, how your experiences are with your passengers and how they, the amount of them who want to talk and the amount of them who don't want to talk. So, feel the vibe, guys. It's very important. You don't want to be awkward. Number 3 is just providing the necessary assistance. Now, this is extremely important, especially for me, when I was driving. This is because I usually take people to and from the airport, and that is my primary, that's the primary thing I do when I drive for Uber. I just want to take people from where I start and go into the airport, connect a ride at the airport, and go wherever else. So with that said, they're going to have luggages and stuff that you need to help them with. You don't need to help them with, it's, you're a driver. I know that a lot of drivers argue that they don't really have to help them, but I usually do. It's really important that you do, because they're going to have luggages, bags, and you're going to have to help them just loading them into your car and then unloading them out of your car. It's just really courtesy that you help them do that, because, sometimes it's going to be one person carrying all those bags, and it's going to take them so much longer anyways if you let them do it by themselves. And it's just a lot better that you help them. It's, you're going the extra way to help your passengers. And that could really pay off too, because this is one of those things I feel that it's going to really give you the tips when, on top of your fare. Okay? For the most trips that actually do provide assistance, that is carrying bags, unloading bags, loading bags, and they're going to give you a tip on top of your fare. So, if you guys do want to earn that extra tip and just be nice, do provide that assistance for your passengers. It's going to be very important, and in the long run, it's going to pay you more on top of your earnings. So, these are my top 3 points. I think one extra point that I do want to make is whatever you do while you're driving for Uber, just stay calm. Because when you stay calm, you're gonna seem a lot more professional. And when you stay calm, even though you're driving through a lot of traffic and you're seeing a lot of crazy stuff happening on the road, people cut you off or whatever, and you're staying calm, your passenger in turn is also going to be calm too, so they're not going to be affected by your emotions. And when this happens, it's just going to be a lot more pleasant of a ride for both you and the passenger, which would also give you a chance to earn that tip on top of your fares. So this concludes my 3 points on how to handle your riders. And if you guys find this helpful, let me know. Subscribe to my channel. If you guys have anything to add, please leave it in the video description below. And if you guys do want to sign up for Uber, use my referral link below and you guys will get a bonus or guarantee. So don't miss out on that. See you guys next time.